According to Dana White, there's plans for Leon Edwards versus Khamzat Chimaev to headline on Wednesday, Wednesday, January 20th, which would take place in Abu Dhabi on Fight Island. This is very, very interesting. We talked about it potentially happening like early 2021 or maybe like March or stuff like that, mainly because of the issues, the complications that Leon had in terms of getting the virus and healing and whatnot. I just want to look back and see what the timeline is for like what has been reported so far about Leon and getting the virus. On December 2nd, Leon announced that he tested positive and lost 12 pounds. So if you assume that he got that result a little bit earlier than that,
and he was weight cutting too, right?
Yeah, so he got the results a little bit earlier than that. Say it's like late November, he actually got it. Taking that into account, and the fact that the bout was originally scheduled for December 19th, he was probably weighing around 15 or 20 pounds over the welterweight limit around that time. So say a typical fighter that fights at 170, about 17 days out before a fight, you would want to weigh around 186, 191, around that time frame, right? Because you want to give yourself enough room to not be too heavy, so that you don't have to lose so much weight, but at the same time you're at a good fight shape, so that you're able to train at optimal levels. So if you want to be at 186 pounds to 191 pounds, and then you add in the fact that Leon said that he lost 12 pounds, that would probably put him around 174, 179 range. That is very, very close to his fighting weight, and significant. Like you want to be around that weight, maybe like 4 days out before the fight, so that you're able to cut down to 170. So Dana said that he's preparing for January 20th. That would give both fighters enough time to prepare, about like a month. But that also, you have to take into account, Leon has to build back up to that weight. He has to get back healthy while training and then preparing for another weight cut. I think this is very underplayed right now. I'm sure Leon is not going to complain about it. He's not going to make excuses. He's not going to say anything about it. But physically, mentally, physically, he's probably has maybe loss of taste and smell. I don't know what the severity other than the weight loss has impacted him, but he could have fatigue issues, lung issues. The list goes on from this virus. I think Leon in this fight is going to be very diminished. We are not going to see a Leon at 100%. We'll probably see him at most 70%, if you want to quantify it, and he's not going to make any excuses. That taken into account, this changes a lot for Khamzat. I think Khamzat's chances just skyrocketed, because not only does he face a Leon Edwards that's hurt, you also face a Leon Edwards that's still recovering and has to make all these adjustments to get better. Even though Leon might tell you like, yo, I feel so great, I feel so good, he's still recovering. He doesn't necessarily know how far his lungs can go, right, in terms of actual fight conditioning, right? There's so much that has to go into it.
Yeah, so like you said too, with the virus, with the virus, there's a big issue with your lung capacity after, right? Mm-hmm. So I doubt he could go all the rounds now, because from what I hear too is that your lungs don't go back to normal for, I want to say, at least 1 to 2 months with the virus. So I'm not sure how his cardio is going to be, and we know Khamzat too. Like, I mean, with Khamzat, we haven't really seen him the fight too long because he's just knocked everybody out, right? But yeah, you're right. Now this is gonna up his chances by like 200%, right? So
you 200%?
200% is a big number. I think so, bro.
Yeah, it's very like the type of symptoms that people have, and the recovery time and long-lasting issues that they have in terms of this virus. It's not all consistent across the board, but there is a big chance that he does have these long-lasting issues that will stop him, will hurt him in terms of his performance. Now, do I think Khamzat beats Leon Edwards? I still don't know. I still go towards Leon just because of his resume and what he's done. And if he's saying that January 20th is possible for him, he must know a little bit more than what we know. He might be.
That's still way too close, man. In our last podcast, I think we were saying that like if he was to come back, it should be around March. Yeah. And now he's fighting in like almost, I want to say 25 days or something. You know, that's like. And that's too close.
That's 25, yeah, from now. So he has, from when this was announced, he had about a month, and then another like 5 days or so to weight cut. So like 5 days before the actual fight. So he doesn't really have that much time, because if you consider he has to recover plus train at the same time, it's like a huge toll on his body. I would want to I would be interested to hear from his camp. And see like what's happening from a day-to-day basis, but I don't think they would reveal any of that information.
This is just pushing the Khamzat narrative, man. They want him to fight him and beat him, and then and take a spot, and there goes Leon Edwards. He's gone.